Conquering Mount Scrapper with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and it's another episode of Why Seam Wednesday. Yay! It's Why Seam Wednesday. A few people that I know have requested, wait, you're doing all these Why Seams. How do you make templates for odd-shaped pieces that you create blocks that have Y seams? So I was like, okay, let's just do a refresher with how to make templates today. But first, before we get into making templates and showing you guys how I make templates, right? Let's get our shout out. Nana's Journey. Nana's Journey is just a lovely little YouTube channel, and her YouTube link is going to be in the show notes below. So go give her some love and encouragement and say, yay, Nana, you know, Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent me. So it's, she doesn't know this is coming, so, you know, it's a surprise. You're supposed, you know, like, poof, hey, we're surprised. So, yeah, this is, there's going to be lots of things in that description box or those show notes, so you gotta get in there. First off, we're, you know, just, we're not going to have a pattern in there today, but there's things like I speak for free over Zoom to quilting groups and quilting guilds, right? So if you're looking for a speaker who wants to talk to you about using your scraps, elements of design, you know, charity quilts and all the other quilts and stuff, want to see all the other quilts and that I have designed over the years, please put my name forward. I'd be happy to come talk to your quilting group or quilting guild, because I am so inspired by the people I'm meeting there. They are very talented, very wonderful, and I love it. It's just such a positive vibe when I leave. And sometimes I get to stay for show and tell, and I get to see some absolutely stunning quilts. Another thing you're going to find in there is the schedule and all of the people that are involved in the community round robin, and all of their YouTube links are in there, and what dates they'll be dropping what video for public viewing. So that is such a fun sew along. I was so glad when they agreed to collaborate with me. I was like, oh yay, let's do this, and they were so much fun to work with. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. So you guys, I see all these blocks on our Facebook group, which is also another link that's in the show notes. And those blocks you guys are coming out with are just beautiful. I love your color palettes, and it's really nice seeing all of these different variations on what we've created. So it's wonderful. That Facebook group is growing rapidly. We're warm and welcoming. We're having all sorts of fun. We do things like normal Facebook groups, but we have a virtual sewing room just in Discord for the Facebook group members. We haven't figured out how to put it to everybody in YouTube that views, but we'll get there. And it's 24/7, so you have a sewing date virtually any day of the week and any time of the week. You just have to kind of announce when you're going in there, and it's all good. We also have all sorts of different kind of community chats, like the free recipes, finding free patterns. We do fabric scrap swaps by country, and we're just having a lot of fun in there. It's neat to get in there. Also, you're going to find in those show notes the Zoom sew dates from now until the end of December. And we are making that commitment to you. I love bringing, you know, stuff that's easy for me to work on. And that way we all get to chat, we all get to hang out, we all get something done. And it's always been a lot of fun for everyone. And we start at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm either in Alberta, Canada, where I live, or Arizona, where I winter. So we have just a wonderful time. So I think that's about it. Let's come on in and get to making templates. Okay, we're at the sewing machine, but that's how I got a camera set up. So there's a few things you're gonna need. You're gonna need some good, tough paper scissors, right? And I have mine handy. This hole punch is optional, but if you were doing like templates for hand piecing, this hole punch is a godsend, because this is where you would put your little holes on the corners of your template. So you need a Sharpie marker that's pretty good to write with. I just use a little flexible clear ruler. I've had this ruler for forever. I don't even know if they make them anymore. Cutting mat, of course. You're going to need a paper pattern, to to do, right? Which this one's coming up. This one's coming up. So it's kind of a sneak peek. I use bulldog clips or binder clips. I just pick these up at the dollar store, or you can pick them at any office supply depot thing. Now, the other thing I save, of course, here's my cutting mat, but I save these, let's see, insertable binder dividers, plastic binder dividers. I'm sorry if there's a big glare on them, but I also collect other, you know, plastics and whatnot for my templates. You know, this was a cutting board and it just didn't hold up as a cutting board, but now it's used as templates. So this kind of thing, I think I got this at Office Depot, I'm not sure, but I found that this works really well. Now, I'm going to put all my plastics away. Here it is a sec. Now, I have a piece of plastic and I have a pattern. So all I'm going to do is line this up. And because these were really inexpensive. Oops, I'm going to move that just a hair down a bit so this edge doesn't get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the octagon, right? And we might as well copy the rest of it too. So since we're going to be making this in a couple of weeks, so that'll be handy to have around. Now, templates are really easy. You just need a good straight edge. Now, we are going to go around, because we're making cutting templates, right? There's two kinds of templates people make. They make cutting templates and they make sewing templates. So the cutting template is one that you use for, like, to cut your fabric. And the sewing template is for hand sewing templates. That's the one you use for, you know, drawing your line in pencil, so you know exactly where you're going to be, you know. So that's kind of important for hand sewing, is that you have a good drawing template. That line is a miracle, because you just line up your lines and your points, and you're usually pretty good to do all of your hand piecing. So that's a really nice option to have. Oh, that one, yeah, that line's okay. Maybe I'll just make this line a little darker. Maybe I need a better Sharpie. Okay, yeah, probably a better Sharpie or darker. A newer Sharpie is good. Right, now the plastic you have to get that will take a Sharpie, because sometimes you buy plastic and the Sharpie just is all watery and it doesn't absorb into the plastic. So that's why this was a good choice for me, because it was a cheap alternative to more expensive plastic. And there we go. So there we've got the one piece. So let's just take this, put that on there. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right down the center of that line. Okay. I'm going to swing over. There we go. There we go. There. Hopefully you can see. Hopefully you can see that. That's all. Now, once I finish cutting out my piece, I'll just go cut that off all by its lonesome. Now, once I cut this out, I'll just put this to the side. I can put all of my cutting instructions on the plastic since it's there. Now, some people, what they do is they put, like, they'll glue theirs, you know, down. So I'm just going to put, you know, sew square here. Here. Cut for B, you know. I'm going to put little dots where the corners are. Now, that will give me, like when I mark them on paper, on the fabric in pencil, I could use those marks as either for pencils, you know, a pencil dot or something. Now this is optional. You could use an awl or a stiletto as long as it goes through, your, here, as long as it goes through. Where is that? That's not going through. Oh no, okay. Let's line this up. Wait a minute here. Now, here, you hear a little click? Because that tells you that you've cut through the plastic. There. Now, like I say, this is optional. You could use an awl. An awl gives you a very rough... An awl will give you a very rough hole, but it's nevertheless is a hole. And you just take your time, line it up there. So now when I put this on fabric, like I'll have the wrong side up, and what it does, it gives me, with these points, that's my 1/4 inch, right? That's where my pivot point would be if I was doing a Y seam, or my sew line if I was doing straight sewing. I'm just going to put this here like so, and oh please Lord, let that be the last one. This thing is hard to use. I think I'm going to get hubby to do these for me. So anyways, that's it. That's the first one. We might as well continue drawing this, or because we're going to need more templates from this. Okay, so I'll just move this out of the way. Now, I want to make the square, so I'm going to move my stuff down here and here. There. So now, like you could cut it just like with scissors, but this takes such little time. Just a minute here, I'll move this out of the way so it doesn't fall off the chair. It just takes such little time to draw these. Now you could measure the square and, you know, just make a square if you wanted to. There we go. There. Yeah, this felt pen is dying quickly. Oh no. Oh well, there's enough felt pen, or there's enough ink in it to get this. There. Now, without moving that clip, I'm just going to draw this here. Just like so. There we go. Now, I'm going to draw my dots too for my corners. There we go. And, again, very quick, very simple. There. Just down the middle of that point. You don't move it. And there we go. There. And now we move this out of the way, do our clips again. There. And it's actually a little easier to see once you have it upside down. There. And last one. Okay. Okay. Cut one. Cut one. And I bet you anything this is straight of grain. Straight of grain. There we go. Okay. So that's the second piece. And that is piece C. Or, yeah, C. That's what it's labeled. C. Okay, now, I've got all this stuff. And this little triangle-y bit is too small. So I'm just going to remove it like that. Now I can take this triangle bit, and I'm going to show you a trick just to conserve plastic that I do. If I see a triangle and it's up here would be big enough, yes it is, that's where I clip it. And I'm just going to cut this off just a bit, just to make it a little easier on my life. There. Clip that there. And I can't clip that anywhere, so let's just draw it out. There. There. Now, I don't necessarily trim off my corners, but you could. There's my dot. There's my dot. And there's my dot. Now, I'm going to, like that. And the last one. Ooh, it moved. Okay, if it moves, don't panic, just take your time, put it back into the right place, and finish your drawing. And I'm just going to lay this down like so, because pull it back a bit. This would work better if you had a real fine-tipped marker, but this is what we got, so this is what I'm working with. I mean, I probably do have a fine tip marker somewhere else, but that's okay. So now I'm just going to trim off this right down the middle, and I'm going to go past that edge, right, and like so. Just trim it nice, and there. Now, this is the part I would put back in the bag. This bigger chunk here, right? I would leave this and put it back. The rest of this is too small. It's all too small for, stuff. So it's like, okay, you can go back in the bag. You can go into the garbage, into recycle. That'll be fine. Now, let's get these done. Okay. Okay, one. Thank God triangles only have 3 points. At least I'm getting them faster now. Okay, so the instructions here are straight of green, SOG, that's my little crazy shorthand, cut 12. 1, 2, there we go. Okay. So we have the template done for Blossom, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. So we would hang on to this. But I hope this helps you out here. So let's get to our big ta-da moment. Okay, so here's your making your templates, right? I mean, and we just made them out of those binder dividers that are clear plastic. Yeah, go look for them at your office supply company that's handiest to you. I think I got mine at Staples, but I found that plastic to be perfect, right? Now, when you're using this, you mark around it and then you cut it, right? With a rotary cutter or whatever. Like, you don't use this template to rotary cut along, right? So that's important. Or you have it under a ruler. That works as well, right? So you're just basically making a template. Now, with this template, these bits go here and the triangle goes here, right? So this is why those things are different. These are not a perfectly equal octagon, so that's something. Now, the holes in the corners of these could be made with a stiletto. This is a stiletto my husband made me. I would feel worried about stabbing myself to make the hole, but it would make a hole. It might be a little rough, but as long as you can get a pencil lead through, like from a mechanical pencil, it works. So keep this in mind. You might already have a tool to make a little hole like that in your template. This took a lot for me to open and do. I really had to apply some pressure on this, and I was like, wow. And it makes a perfect nice hole in it. The little hole bit just disappears into the breeze. So I thought, okay, yeah, this works out quite well. it's got multiple ones, like multiple sizes, so I use just the smallest one, right? And has a closing thing. Now, I'm not sure where my husband found this, but he probably found it on Amazon. Harbor Freight. He found it at Harbor Freight. And Princess Auto would here in Canada would be, but Harbor Freight in the US, Princess Auto. But basically it's a punch. It's a little hole punch, right, that you would use. And it goes through things like leather, if you're into bag making, all that kind of stuff. So if you're doing that kind of thing, this is a handy tool to have. Yeah, this was fun. I hope this one, the pattern that we use to make your templates is going to come up in a couple of weeks. So don't expect it like next Wednesday. So anyways, it was fun having this Why Seam Wednesday with you. I hope you have an amazing week ahead and life is treating you gently, okay? You guys take care until we meet again. All right, bye! Hello again. We just want to thank you for enjoying our video and, you know, coming along with my husband and my YouTube adventure and quilting. And, you know, sometimes things don't work out as best they should, and sometimes they work out great. We're going, wow, that went well. But it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad I could share it with you. Share, like, and subscribe these videos. That really helps us out, and it helps us make more charity quilts, okay? So you guys take care until we have a chance to meet again, okay? Bye!